Hi guys, happy Valentine's Day. All right, I want to talk about rhythm and why it's so important and ways to use rhythm to your advantage and what it's all about. Well, when you see boxers jump rope, do road work, running around, bobbing back and forth like that, they're utilizing the compression in their feet that's off the ground. And if you stop and think about it, that's really how we move. When we walk, it's just a lot slower version of that. And when we jog or run, it's a faster version of that. But what does this have to do with anything, with what we do? Everything. This is how you want to get used to understanding motion and movement for yourself. And then this is how you understand how to catch your opponent's rhythm. But for the sake of training today, I'm going to show you how to do it off the timing ball. I use a tennis ball with a 1/4-inch bungee. It's really called the double end bag. You're familiar with it with a big round bladder, and you usually hit boxing gloves, but we're going to be using our bare fist. And a tennis ball is a nice surface to practice hitting. Okay, now in relation to understanding how to hit with the whole fist, one of the things you want to practice doing is either your standard military push-up or a plank on your fists. And what you want to practice doing is feeling the whole floor in your fist. And you want to build an endurance quality to it so you can actually relax your fist while you're making a fist on the hard floor. Or you can start with foam. But the idea is that you learning what needs to be tight at the point of impact and what can stay relaxed. This is important for no tension qualities so you can move quickly and at a moment's notice. All right, so that's the little note for the fist. Now, when you're using the double end bag, I'm just going to call it the bungee ball. When you're using the ball, the thing that's good about the back and forth feeding is you have to practice your rhythm. And the way you practice your rhythm is you're going to be compressing into the feet, the legs, the calf muscle, front leg, back leg, front leg, back leg. If you're left foot forward, that would be left leg first. If you're right foot forward, that would be right leg first. The stance really doesn't matter, okay? But the idea is that you want to feel the rhythm. Because that's how we move and that's how we deliver punches too, off of compression. And once you understand this and really get this dialed in, it's effortless to throw something fast and with rhythm, and more importantly, to sustain it. So how do we get good at it? Well, timing ball or bungee ball is one way. Skipping rope is another thing. Going for a jog is another thing. It reinforces what's going on with the lower end of the muscles. And what's going on with the upper end of the muscles should be no tension, relaxing. You know, obviously if we're considering talking about boxing fundamentals, you want to keep your hands up, okay? All right. So this is a 1/4-inch bungee. Tennis ball is about my head height, as you can see, and it moves. What we're going to practice doing, I'm going to do this in steps today. All right, the first thing you're going to practice doing is throwing a jab and a cross and then moving your head. Okay, you're going to want to slip to your front leg first. All right, and there's a couple of reasons for that. But what it looks like is you hit it, front leg, rear leg. Make sense? Hit it, front leg, rear leg. See how well I'm going to go past my head each time? In boxing circles, when you throw a jab cross, you're going to drop to your front leg and want to keep punching or move or bump or whatever. That's one of the reasons that you drop. So, and you're learning to use and borrow and ride that compression stroke. That's the whole purpose of it. A lot of people don't really talk about that, but it's really important to discuss it because it really makes a lot of sense and it especially helps beginners understand. Okay? So now, when you practice this, okay, you're going to throw a simple jab and cross. As the bungee goes past your head, you're going to go to your left leg, it'll come back out, you go to your right leg. Don't worry about moving your body right now. When you compress to your left toe-knee chin alignment, your toe, your knee, and your chin, your head will go off center line. When you come back and you go to your right toe-knee chin, your head will go off center line. Your toe-knee chin is your limiter. You don't want to go past that, but you want to go to it. It's really important. And the reasons for this is because if you do step again or pivot, you're balanced. If you go past toe-knee chin, you're not balanced. And then that could be bad. So again, for the sake of simplicity, you're going to practice moving your head. 1, 2. Right? You can stop the ball each time if you want to. 1, 2, boom, boom. Now what you do with your hands They just come out and come back here, relaxed. No tension, all right? When you're hitting the tennis ball, you'll notice it's a nice surface to hit. It doesn't hurt your fist, but you want to practice hitting with the whole fist, all right? Just like you have it on the ground if you practice doing a few push-ups, which I really recommend, okay? So again, practice 1, 2, move your head, all right? Then, what we're going to practice doing is jab cross, front knee, right knee. Then we're going to step to our left, okay? So that looks like this. Okay, you're going to go jab cross, 1, 2, step. Okay? Jab cross, step. Okay? And then you guessed it, we'll do the same thing to the right. Same head movement, left, right, then you're going to go right again. Okay? Now, when you're doing your rhythm, okay, when you go, there's a neutral point you'll start to feel. It might feel a little goofy at first to go left, right, right. But what's happening is you're going to go left, Tony chin, right, Tony chin, center bounce, then right again. Okay, you won't come back all the way back over to the left. All right? So you go 1, 2, 1, 2. All right? Okay? It's a little tricky. It's kind of like going like this. But when we start adding the punches, you'll understand it. Okay? So, now the next step, we're going back to the left again. You're going to throw jab, cross, slip, slip, step, and left jab. Okay? So like this. 1, 2, jab, cross. All right? Do it again. Okay? Now we'll do the same thing going to the right. Now when you step to your right and throw your left jab, it's going to make more sense. It's not going to feel so nuts. All right? Jab cross. Right? You understand? Okay? Now, after the jab, we're going to throw a cross. All right? So you're going to go jab, cross, slip, slip, jab, cross. Okay? You'll take a little step. So it looks like this. 1, 2, jab, cross, take a little step. All right? So what's happening is you're stepping offline again. So you go 1, 2, jab, cross. All right? And you do the same thing to the right. Jab, cross, 1, 2, 3. Okay? Yes, you will miss. Okay? Jab, cross. Okay? The right one's really tough to hit. Sometimes I hit it, sometimes I don't. But if you're coming close, you're doing good. But you see the idea? You're punching off compression. Now, last but not least, you do the double jab cross. It's a little bit easier to control. So you'll go jab cross, boom, one, okay? You press. All right? Now when you go to your right, it's the same thing. Cross, boom, 1, 2. All right? See, I can hit it on that. It's a little bit easier. Jab cross. This is a lot of fun, but it gives you idea of how rhythm starts to work. Make sense? So this is what I wanted to share with you. And the bungee is really easy to make. It's just a 1/4 inch bungee. Okay, you can buy the stuff online. And I wouldn't go much thicker with it because it then starts to get too heavy. And then small tennis balls, and just drill a hole with them. I put a couple of knots so that the ball just pretty much stays at my own height. So you custom make it to yourself, all right? It's really simple. You just get some kind of eyelet attached to the ground at the bottom and at the top, and you pull the bungee a little bit, and then when the ball will just move, and it gives you a feed. And there's a ton of drills you could do off this, but the main purpose of this tutorial was to speak about rhythm off your legs. And of course, you start to relax. Your heart gets beating. You get into it. You sweat. It's fun. All right, so let's do a review. All right, the first thing was jab cross, move your head. Don't keep your feet still and just move your head. Compress your legs, left leg, right leg. Left, right, all right? Do it again, left, right. Okay, now if you were southpaw, you would go right, left. Okay, Because you're always going to fall to your front leg after a combination. It's just easier to understand that way. Right? And then the next one was jab, cross, step, right? Step. Jab, cross. Okay? And then jab, cross, step, jab, cross. Okay? Jab, cross, slip, slip. Right? And then to this side. Jab, cross. Okay? Then double jab, cross. To the right. Okay. So you practice this and you get good at it, and the byproduct is accuracy. And practice using your whole fist like a hammer. Okay? You know how you swing a hammer if you've done any framing? Okay? Just let it hit it like a hammer. Don't try to shove it out there and shove it back. Just hit, hit, relax. Hit, hit, relax. Get used to that rhythm. Learn how to relax. Because remember, to make power isn't about the muscles you put into it. It's about timing and alignment with your body mass and everything working together as a unit. That's what makes power and punching through your opponent. Okay? All right. That's what I wanted to share with you. I hope you find the value. You will find it fun. Now, when you miss and you get discouraged, reset your mindset. Understand it's kind of a game, but you're learning hand-eye coordination. You're learning how to use your peripheral vision. The better you get at using your peripheral vision, the better your awareness becomes by and large. And we do this when we drive. A lot of people don't stop to think about that. When you're driving, your peripheral vision's all over the place, or at least it should be. So when you're hitting the ball, use your peripheral vision to hit the ball. Don't try to use your lens. It'll make you crazy. Okay? You don't want to get seasick or anything with it. And if you try to concentrate on it, it'll pop you too. So you'll get aware of that. It's a lot of fun. Now, if you don't like the tennis ball idea, then you can go ahead and buy a bladder. You know, it's called a double end bag from Title Boxing or any of those online sites, or go to Pro Fitness on Topanga. They sell all that stuff. But this is the cheapest and easiest way to do it. Okay? All right, you can follow me on YouTube at Billy Boston. You can call me at 818-987-1760. You can email me at billyboston@gmail.com. And so I hope this is of value to you. I know it's a lot of fun, and I'll start elaborating more on it with a lot of other drills. But just keep in mind, and don't get discouraged. It's very challenging, you know. Understand that. Learn to challenge yourself. Embrace that idea, all right? Again, everybody happy Valentine's Day. Take care. Till next time.